Good morning. It is 10 o'clock on Thursday, um, June. Is it June? Thursday, June. What is that? Why does it look like that? Oh, Jesus. June. Look, okay. June 25th. I need to get glasses. So I'm sitting here and I just finished eating breakfast. I did not go to the gym today because I didn't get up until I think 7 something. And I have a lot of things I need to do that I've been avoiding. And so I thought, let me not go to the gym because that would put me back home at around this time. Then I'd eat my breakfast and I wouldn't be starting on life until like noon. So I skipped the gym this morning, which, if you know why that matters, is because I'm training for a bodybuilding show. Um, and instead, I'm sitting here and I'm feeling really lost. So, a month ago, I lost my job. It's been a month, the 2nd of June. And I'm retired Air Force, so I do have a retirement check, which is the only reason I'm not like, ah! But still, I had plans for my additional income because I want to buy a house and I got stuff going on back home in North Carolina, and it's just, oh my God. So I'm feeling really lost today. Um, I'm feeling lost right now. It's like in my mind, I have a lot of things that I want to do, but I'm not doing anything. I don't know. God damn it. Okay. So, anyway, I need to update my resume, which I actually paid a lady to do the last time. I'm not going to do that this time because, we have AI and all the things, but I just need to put my old resume into that and update it with the new information because I was working for about, I think, a year and a quarter. After not working for 5 years after I retired from the Air Force. But I went back to work because I want a house, da da da. And I finally got, went to the lenders and found out how much house I could afford and had found two houses that I liked and was working with a bill. And then this happened. And then, um, also, it was how it happened. It was like, I don't know. I'm just feeling really yuck and I just can't get started. And that's making me feel even more yuck. Right? So, one of the things I've been saying for years, like 1,000 years, not really, but probably since I don't know, since I turned 50, was that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Because when I turned 50, I was also in this space because that year, my daughter, I'll call her, but she's my niece, but she lived with me. She graduated from high school, and I turned 50 that year as well. So that December, I turned 50. She graduated that May. We had family in town, trying to get her set up at school because that's what she wanted to do initially. So she moved into the dorms, and I had the house to myself. And so I had all this bandwidth, right? And then, so I was like, oh, first I was like, I need to go back to work because I got to pay for the school. And but then when I had all this bandwidth because she was out the house and teenagers, I was like, I want to go outside. And so I did 50 first dates. Yep. That was an adventure. And then I started working on some things that I wanted to fix about myself. I got braces and look, the results, I ain't gonna lie, that was money well spent. And it was a lot of money. But I could afford it because I was paying on a payment plan. And then I went and I spent the summer abroad. And that's not as like ooh ah as you think, because I was in the military and so I still have friends over there. So I stayed with them. Um, because at this point, my niece had decided school wasn't for her. She married the boy from high school. Anyway, that's another day. So, yeah, so I went on, this, and then I said, I want to get in the best shape of my life. I want to do a bodybuilding show. I did. I was too busy. That 51st dates, y'all, it took me from December to the following December. So I did not get that, I didn't get that body together. Plus, one of the things I did was, anywho, so the next year, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna focus. So that was my year of 50. And then I'm like, okay, this is gonna be my year of fitness. So the next year, I had found a coach. I found a coach the year before, but I didn't do anything with it. I mean, barely. So the next year I buckled down. Actually had looked in the mirror. I was on a date with one of my 51st dates. I'm done with the 51st dates, but one of the guys, he and I would go out, kind of regularly, not regularly, but, we see each other a few times a year. And I thought I was looking good because I was fresh back from my trip and all that. I thought I was looking good. And I went to the bathroom to freshen up. And I looked in that mirror. And I was like, my God, these are Big Mama's arms. The devil is a lie. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. So I called my homegirl that night. Hey, Ronnie. And I was like, you want to do macros with me? Because through my gym, I used to go to Pure Barre. I was a member at Pure Barre for 5 years, founding member of our Alamo Heights location. And I was like, they had done this macro challenge. And all the girls was looking good. But I was like, but then when I looked in that mirror and I saw Big Mama Simon, I said, baby, put me on. And so she and I started that. And then I buckled down with my coach and I did a bodybuilding show in October 2024. And then you fall off because, it's body dysmorphia big time in that world because you look so, it's just a lot. Okay, so anyway, then the next year I was like, it's going to be my year of finance, which was last year, 2025. So I got a job like right away, because my homegirl, one of the reasons we moved to this location is because it's a big Air Force presence here. And I was the HR person. It's called military personnel, but in the civilian sector, you call it HR, right? And so this job fell in my lap, and it wasn't a bad job. And I was nervous because I hadn't worked in so long. And I was like, child, what do I know? But I got in there, and I was like, your skill sets are still doing what they do. Anywho, here we are, fast forward a year later. The whole reason I went back to work was to get a house. I had done nothing with that. Finally, this year, I reached out to the lender, the realtor, all the things, found out what I qualified for, and bam, lost my job. So I'm sitting here with a list of things to do that are overwhelming me, and I'm feeling lost. And so I'm making my first YouTube video. Oh my God, the way I have obsessed over this. And look at me. Head scarf, just a mess. That's indicative of how I feel right now. So, hey, I'm TK, and this is my first YouTube video. I want my channel to inspire and motivate people to break out of their comfort zones. And I know that sounds crazy today because I am in a downward spiral. But if I rewind the tape, I did the year of 50 successfully. I did the year of fitness successfully. I did the year of finance successfully. This is just a momentary lapse. So, if you want to see me dig myself out of this and also hear about my 51st dates and, cosmetic surgery and dental work, just being your best self, or, like doing the things that when we were young and like, I want to have that. I want to have that. If you want to hear about those things and see me try to dig myself out of this funk, stay tuned. Okay. Ciao.